Jessica left here July the 28th or the 29th of last year.
She has made me look like a terrible human being.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. So this video we want to talk about Jessica the Prankster and Mama Red. If you don't know who those people are, calm down, I'm going to explain it and you're not alone, okay? So Jessica the Prankster, she's a content creator and she is Mama Red's adopted daughter. So apparently Mama Red adopted her, so she's a biracial girl while Mama Red is a white woman. They create content and they create content like this. So those are the type of content that create like this adopted mother, adopted daughter kind of bond. And this started since she was really young. I know that. I didn't know them. I didn't watch their content before. I saw Jessica the Prankster the first time after her boyfriend broke up with her unexpectedly this year. That was the first time I saw her, and I was like, I almost did that story, but I was just like, nah, let's let it go. So that was the first time I saw her. So apparently Jessica and Mama Red, she has grown up together with Mama Red, and according to Mama Red, Jessica just picked up and left. Jessica did not inform her. Jessica just picked up and left the house, and Jessica decided to move across country with her boyfriend, which I eventually knew about her, which eventually that relationship doesn't work. And Mama Red had so much to say about this dynamic because a lot of people were asking a lot of questions about their dynamic, especially the fact that a lot of people watch them and they have a massive following on social media. So a lot of people have been asking what was going on between her and Jessica. And Jessica never said a word until Mama Red decided to speak up and say what's going on. And this whole story has gotten the entire internet talking. So after Mama Rose spoke up and explained her own part of what happened between her and Jessica and how Jessica is ungrateful. So let's go check out Mama Rose's video and then we'll come back and talk more.
A lot of people think that Jessica moved back home to Atlanta with me. Jessica left here July the 28th or the 29th of last year. She moved to California and did what she did. Hoorah, hurrah. Jessica has not come back to this house. Jessica comes to Atlanta. She don't call. She don't come by. She don't do none of that. Okay? I am not in contact with Jessica. Okay? Me as a parent, you try to control your kids. I'm sorry, y'all. You try to control your kids. You try to do the best you can. You try to lead them in the right way. And some kids just don't want to listen to what you got to say. Okay? I never tried to harm Jessica in any way. What I did was try to mother her and give her advice that she did not want to take. It's froze. Is it Demaya froze? Okay. You know, I don't have no grudges against anybody or anything. I love Jessica to death. Always will. Don't have no problems with her. But Jessica has people in her life right now that don't know what happened or what they think is going on. She's following, you know, certain people that don't know the backstory. As a matter of fact, they don't know the story at all. Okay? I'm just coming on here to let people know she's not at home. You know, and, you know, when people get on social media, they believe everything they see, or they believe everything that comes across social media, okay? I don't post nothing on social media that I can't back up, okay? And in order for you to be a woman, to stand your ground, or whatever you want to stand on, is your prerogative, okay? But don't come sending messages or posting about the duo is back together, okay? Because we're not back together, okay? Someone sent me a thing saying that she said that I'm literally her angel, okay? Well, you don't treat angel like shit. You don't treat angels like shit, okay? And personally, I'm just tired of seeing the messages. I'm tired of people thinking that she came back here to help me. I'm tired of people assuming, you know, that everything is a-okay. All right? I'm okay. Okay? God gonna bless me. When he closed one door, he's gonna open double doors. Okay? So I just wanted to come on here for a few minutes and clear the air. All right? That Jessica's not home. I don't even know if she considers this her home or not.
So that's Mama Red, and clearly you can see it because eventually Jessica and her boyfriend broke up early of this year, and a lot of people were thinking, because Jessica said she drove herself back home, so a lot of people were thinking that she was going back to Mama Red, and people were expecting them to collab or to do their normal stuff, content creating together, but they didn't get that. That was what led to Mama Red coming to make that video and do that live and saying this. This video got Jessica to respond because a lot of people were calling her ungrateful. How can you treat somebody that raised you like that and all that? And also, there were some certain words that she used in the video, talking about how try to control your child so that they can be better. You can't control a child to help the child make a better decision. You can only guide a child. So, and I feel like a lot of older generation thinks this way, where they think that control and instilling fear is like leading the child. And also, one of the reasons what led to this was that she also said in one of her content, which I could not find that video, talking about how it's really hard for hands to meet, because now she and Jessica, they were creating content together and they were making money, but now that Jessica is not around, the money part is just kind of iffy. So now Jessica has responded to Mama's Red accusation of her not coming back home. She's missing with the wrong crowd and all that, and how people don't know the real story, the real bad story and all that. And Jessica had so much to say, which got the entire internet shook, like, no way, we never knew that was happening. Anyway, guys, let's go hear Jessica's own side of the story. I like when there are two sides of the story like this, like both people can actually speak up for themselves. I actually like this. So let's go hear Jessica's own thoughts on this, and then we'll come back and talk more.
Hi everyone. Before I start this video, I just want to let every single one of you know that this video is not to spread hate or any type of slander towards anyone's name, and that because I am an influencer, I am not obligated to get on here and tell people that I don't know my personal business and tell people about my personal life. And I know that if you guys were in my shoes, you guys would not get on the internet and come on here and tell people that you don't know from a can of paint your business. There's multiple parts to a story. All of you do not know what goes on behind closed doors. None of you know my story. None of you know where I came from. None of you know nothing.
Jessica left here July the 28th or the 29th of last year.
She has made me look like a terrible human being. And everyone jumped right to that. They heard it and they quickly started hating. I've received hundreds of people telling me I'm worthless. Me and Mama Red started making money when I was 15 years old all the way until I was 19, because when I was 19 years old, I left her resident. From the age of 15 to the age of 19, I've never received full half payments of anything that I have worked for. Now, what I can say that Mama Red has given me $500. She's maybe given me $1,000, $1,500, but it's always been small portions of money, and I was told to make it last for the whole month. There will be months where we've made 5 times that amount of money she has given me. 30% would go to our agents, she get the rest, and she will only distribute maybe $1,000 to me. Now, when you are under a contract, and it doesn't matter if you're under a contract or not, if you are working with someone, granted, you are my mother, you are supposed to split things equally, because I am working as hard as you are working as well. It doesn't matter if we have bills to pay. It doesn't matter if you buy me things. It doesn't matter if I'm spending incorrectly. I made the money, and if I want to go out and spend my money incorrectly, then I can do it. I appreciate her for trying to lead me on the right path as far as money and finances, but I definitely feel like it was wrong for me to never, out of the 5 years of making content with her, that I've never gotten full half the amount of money that I was earned or that I've worked for. When I turned 18, and mind you, before your child turns 18, if you are running a business with them, you are supposed to put money in that child's savings account or bank account, and you stock that money up until they turn 18. You give them that card and say, here you go, you are legal. When I turned 18, I had nothing. I didn't have money saved up. I didn't have anything. And even after I turned 18, even when I was 19, I was still getting small portions of money. And honestly, I feel like this isn't even about money. I am shocked that Mama Red has gone to the internet stating these things. I appreciate everything that Mama Red has done for me. Yes, she has taken me in. Yes, she has raised me. Yes, she's done everything in her will to make sure I was good in a way. This isn't even about money. This is about ways that I have been treated. I will say at times I wasn't really treated fairly, but it will be times where I wanted to hang out with friends and enjoy the moment, and I had to make content an excuse or a reason to hang out with a friend. I always felt like I wasn't able to hang out with friends if content was not involved. Granted, I know it's work and I know that's how we make money, but at the end of the day, I'm still a human being and I don't want a camera in my face 24/7. It was a time where Mama Red has told me, I called her mom. I think we were in a disagreement, and she has told me to not call her mom because she's not my mom. And this was maybe like 2 years ago. I never gotten an apology for that. And you know, that really hurt me because I don't really have family. There'll be days where she wake up angry and she take her anger out on me, and she has admitted to that. And you know, a person can only handle so much. I'm not going to say I was the best kid in the world. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I was an angel. It was times where I had my room dirty. It was times where I talked back. It was times where I was defiant. Teenagers, through that teenage stage where you think you just know everything. I'm not going to sit here and say I was an angel, because that was not the case. But as a parent, as a mother, it's just certain ways you handle situations. Granted, we made videos. Me and Mama Red did not have the best bond. She told me that I needed to work a 9-to-5 job because I'm super ungrateful. I need to know how to work for money. So her and my used-to-be agents came up with this thing where I work a 9-to-5. Basically, I wake up at 8 every single morning and I post 6 videos a day. During this 9-to-5, I was not allowed to be on my phone texting. I wasn't allowed to scroll social media. And if she did catch that, she said she was going to take my phone. I always felt like Mama Red kept me short-minded. It was a day that she stated that I will always need her. She will tell me that I won't survive alone. I wasn't able to move out. I wasn't able to pick my own college. I wasn't allowed to go to the gym. I wasn't allowed to be at the gym more than a certain time. I just felt stuck. I felt controlled. I felt depressed. I felt like I couldn't really express myself. And honestly, it was to the point where I went days without eating. And I'm not going to say because I was scared to come out of my room, but more so because I didn't want to say the wrong things. And we argued. You can call me selfish. You can call me whatever you want. You can call me less of a human. You can call me worthless. Because, you know, those are the comments that I'm seeing. You could call me a liar. You guys can call me anything you want in the book. But God knows my heart, and God knows that I always move with love. I've kept quiet for almost a year now. Next month will be a year. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have had made this video. It's just hurtful. I am still young. I make mistakes. I am human at the end of the day. I am not perfect at all. I'm human. I have feelings. I've always been kissing. I've always been the type to make sure everybody else is okay before me. And I'm still like that. But now I am at the point where I need to just do what's best for me. Me and Mama Red came up together. We did everything together. And I felt as though, in my opinion, I was not treated the best. It's all love to Mama Red. It's all love. Wish nothing but blessings. But don't get on the internet perceiving someone to be a bad person when you know what you did.
Please go down in the comment section, share your thoughts. I love to know what you think about this story, like hearing Mama Red's story and hearing Jessica the Star story. What are your thoughts on this? And also let me know, have you ever watched Jessica the Prankster and Mama Red before? I want to know if you know them before, because I haven't watched their content until now, so I'd like to know if you have. I want to know what you think about both of their story down in the comment section, okay? I'd love to know what you think. Do you think, oh, Mama Red was wrong? Do you think Jessica was... I just want to know your own take down, okay? Love to know your own take, okay? So this video has gotten a lot of people talking. A lot of people have so much to say about what is going on between Mama Red and Jessica and how everything is playing out, how Mama Red treated Jessica and how Jessica treated her. But I have a lot to say about this, not just only on the topic, but also how that dynamic of wanting to leave home so bad that you will do anything and even get into a terrible relationship, which I'm going to get into. But I want to know what you think down in the comment section. Before we go hear other people's thoughts on the story, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button down there below. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you get notified once I upload video, because I post video every single day. You don't want to miss out on my videos, so go ahead and smash the subscribe button, okay? So let's go check out people's thoughts on this, then we'll come back and talk more.
Now, nobody asked for my opinion, but I'm going to give it anyways. So I've been seeing some videos about Jessica the Prankster and her mom. Her mom came out and basically said, like, Jessica doesn't see her anymore. Probably some other stuff. I did not watch all the videos. And I'm not here to say who's right or who's wrong. This is what I want to say. And this doesn't just apply to their situation. This just made me think of it. Y'all have to stop believing the very first thing you hear. We don't know the nitty gritty. We just know what we're being told and what we see. And that's not always good enough to determine what narrative is actually happening. How many situations have y'all been in where somebody painted you in a certain light or said that you did things that you don't agree with and that you did not do? Have you ever had a person that you maybe fell out with or y'all not as cool and they go around kicking dirt on your name? And to you, you didn't do anything wrong. Hey, sometimes relationships don't work. Hey, maybe something did happen. Nonetheless, when you have a person spreading a one-sided narrative, that will frustrate you. And y'all have to see it like that. Because when you hear one side and there's not really a lot of rock solid proof, like there's not a lot of tangible evidence, you know, you're just going based off somebody's word. Oftentimes, especially for social media creators, or if you're just doing something publicly where a bunch of people can see it, that can start a hate train, that can start harassment. And y'all don't even know if this person really did something wrong because they haven't said their side. So it's not to say that anybody is right or anybody is wrong. It's to say, wait till everybody speaks. And even if a person does not speak, you don't know them. You don't know what's true. So at the least, don't go harass them and bother them and make negative comments about them. But that's just my 2 cents.
Y'all never remember the type of content that Jess and her mama used to make? And seeing that and seeing this white woman come online about their situation, and your immediate thoughts was, Jessica is the problem? I feel like y'all do not remember the type of content that they used to make. Nothing about the content their chemistry gave, oh, this could never happen to them. Or it never gave, Jessica mama could never do nothing to her. It didn't give that. If y'all remember the type of content that they used to make, this is very much, to me, on brand to the plot. I'm not saying that I saw it coming, but I did not take that lady's side. I'm sorry. I definitely waited till the statement came out, which I knew was going to come. The mama was getting a little bit too much publicity. And she had to set the record straight. But if you believe that woman off bat and you know what type of content they used to make, I need us all collectively to be fucking for real.
Desperately said, "Mom, I'm going to go buy milk," and she never came back to the house. She left her mom to pay she left her mom to pay all the bills while she moved out with her boyfriend into a new state that's like 12 hours away. Come on, girl. Why would you do that to your mom? Why would you go buy milk and never come back? That is so sad. But for her to leave her mom to pay all the bills, that's bad. But again, she's a parent. She should be able to pay all the bills. That's all I'm just gonna say about that. But for Jess to really leave the house with that excuse, that means there's either two things: her mom was against her moving with a boy, or the house was toxic, and we don't know what really went down, so we shouldn't really take sides. But girl, milk, really? And right now she's not in contact with her mom. And you always know there's always three sides to the story: your side, my side, and the truth. And right now 2 + 2 is not yet 4. Let's hear her side so we can equal it to 4. Okay?
Y'all seen that video about Mama Red talking about how her and Jessica have not spoken in over a year? Really did make me feel some type of way, because you can tell she was hurt. Like, with her making that video talking about when Jessica do go to Atlanta, she don't text, call, or anything. And she did mention that apparently something did happen, but of course they're not going to speak on it, and they don't have to. But whatever happened is what caused them to, not talk to each other, whatever the case may be. But you can tell that she was hurt by it. And they had an amazing bond. Based off what we see, they had an amazing bond. And I know she loved her baby. You know what I'm saying? So seeing that, it really did make me feel some type of way. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to find out what's going on. But I hope they're able to fix it. Because that mother and daughter duo was top of the line. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? And Mama Red did mention that whoever Jessica is around is basically influencing her head and talking about whatever the situation is and making it bigger or involving themselves in it, and they don't even know what's going on. So I hope that they can figure it out. I hope that they can, have a sit down and talk about it and figure it out, because I like Jessica and I definitely like Mama Red. So
y'all know Mama Red and Jessica? I knew them from back in the day on Facebook, and I forgot all about them. But she done growed up now. I remember she was a teenager, had a smart mouth and everything. But it was all just skits and stuff with her, who I thought was her mama, ain't her mama. I thought that was her mama all this time. Well, anyway, Mama Red done got on here and said, Jessica ain't been here in a year. Yada, yada, yada. She done ran off to California with some man, da-da-da-da-da, doing what she do. She with these people that don't know what to do. I just try to do the best I can as a mother, da-da-da. I really someone. It ain't no mama. Anyway, so Jess just got on here and said she told she was a horrible person, all this and that. But then she broke it down. She said, we was doing all these skits and stuff back then and getting paid. And Mama Red wasn't giving me half of the money. She give me a few dollars here, a few dollars there, but it wasn't a few dollars, like $500 here, $1,500 there. Told her to make it last for a month. Now I could understand that, because you a teenager and you just gonna waste it. But I would have put your other portion in the bank, like Justice said it should be. And then, you know what? That ain't what Mama Red did. Then she went on to say how Mama Red treated her. They made the girl work. Basically just mistreated her. And Mama Red knew. You know what? I always say, be careful with what you see on the internet. Everything you see ain't what it is. Look at this. I am beautiful. Look at these lips. Gorgeous. Don't believe that. Don't y'all believe that. Anyway, it's an interesting story. Just put in the search Mama Red and Jessica or something. You'll find it. Have a good day.
Did y'all see all that stuff with Jessica? Now, I love Jessica. Really, really do. And if her mom was doing her like that, that's like kind of bogus because, I mean, come on, young and turn. Don't get me wrong, I do understand her mom's side, like if she want her to not have a boyfriend and stuff like that. But as us being young, we gotta fall on our head to see. And I feel like as parents, they don't want us to do that, but it's like you kind of gotta let us. But one thing I can say always, definitely like in black families, like it happens in all families where people will sit and use you. So that means it's time for you to go. Like you have to go to better yourself. And I mean, I don't know. I believe Jessica. Sometimes Karens don't be right. All I'm gonna say is, Jessica, I'm sending you all nothing but love, and I hope that you can get through that. Because Mama Red, no. It's even wrong to you bring it to the internet first. It's not, at your age, you should not be doing that. And also, people will sit and put things up in your head and it's not true. And they think like we supposed to be dumb. And then to not have her, like, have money saved while she was 18, I know Jessica was such in the bag. Her mom was wrong for that.
Okay, so with the situation with Mama Red and Jessica, I just personally feel like Mama Red chose the craziest time to come out and speak about the situation. If you truly sit back and think about it, Mama Red and Jessica haven't been speaking for almost a year, right? Yet Mama Red chose the time where Jessica was already getting bashed on the internet with the whole runic situation to come out and speak about why they haven't been talking. So I don't know if the timing is like a crazy coincidence or what, but that seems a little suspicious to me. And then after Mama Red made her video, everyone was so quick to jump on Jessica and jump on her side before they even heard what Jessica had to say. And now that Jessica came out with her response video, it's like Jessica was telling a little bit more of what was really going on behind the scenes. And in Jessica's video, in my opinion, I personally feel like she made two really good valid points. The first one being the whole money situation about how Mama Red wasn't giving her full half of the money that they were making. Because she's her mom and she's providing for her as she should be, doesn't mean she can withhold her half of the money. That's just flat out wrong because Jessica was young and of course, you know, like she wouldn't know any better. But just because she don't know any better, she's still putting in the work to get the money. So she should be getting her half. And then the second valid point that she made was the whole situation where she said they got into a disagreement and Mama Red told her not to call her mother because she's not her mother. Now, me personally, I can only imagine how Jessica felt when she said that to her because, like we all know, Mama Red adopted Jessica. But on the flip side, for you to come out and say that, especially to a child who doesn't have any family except for you, is insane. So now, honestly, I feel like everything overall is starting to make sense. Like, it wasn't as one-sided as Mama Red tried to make it seem when she came out with her video. With that being said, that just really shows that you never really know what's going on behind the scenes or off camera. So don't really be too quick to jump on someone's side until you've saw everything or you've heard from all sides. But, I mean, at the end of the day, that's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think. I used to love Mama Red and Jessica, but like Jessica said, at the end of the day, you know, sometimes you just have to separate yourself from toxic people. Regardless of that's family or friends, if you're toxic, you gotta go, period. I just feel like Jessica got older and she was still making money. She had enough money to leave. And whether she left to go live with Reed or she left to go be by herself, regardless of the situation, she wasn't happy where she was. She felt like she was being used and she left. But hey, what do I know? What do y'all think?
She just took the word out of my mouth. I want you to go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about this crazy situation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful. As always, here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thoughts. So I have a couple of things to say, and I also give you guys some backstory of what happened to Jessica. So after Jessica left Mama Red's house, because that was where I said knowing her from. So, like I said, I don't used to watch them for. After she left Mama Red's house, she went on, she moved in with her boyfriend. And after a couple of months later, the guy said they were moving too fast, that they should end the relationship. Jessica was on the internet crying, talking about how the guy ended the relationship. Like I said, I almost did the video on that, but I think it just some other video came up and I didn't touch that video. And now there's also a couple of weeks ago, there's also this allegation that's going on. One of a girl that knows Jessica is claiming that Jessica has something to do with her baby daddy, and that has gotten a lot of internet people on the internet to come for Jessica, and then now Mama Red side to post the video. So that was what the last lady that was explaining was talking about. So why I had to tell those story is because I really want to touch up on the point which someone made this point on the live we did on Saturday. Really want to touch on the point on how people, when people are in toxic homes, toxic family, they end up like sometimes leaving the house, leaving that family, just to end up with even more toxic, just for the needs to be with someone. They may end up being in a toxic relationship or a relationship that don't serve them. And I feel like this is what Jessica is. Like, I feel like Jessica is in that place where she's scared. She's a young girl. She's in her early 20s, and she's just trying to find her way and all that. And it's almost like she's clinging on to relationship because she doesn't have any other family other than Mama Red. So she's just clinging on to everything and all that. And that is so important sometimes when a family and a house, an environment is very toxic for a younger girl. Her moving, she has to have the right people that help her to navigate this, or else she may end up moving into a more worse situation, and which is going to hurt her and almost like it's a terrible experience anyway. So that, then talking about how Jessica, how two sides of the story. I love hearing two sides of the stories like this because I feel like it just helps to put things in perspective and help people to make to judge better than just one sided story. It's just clear. I just feel like Jessica's story, Mama Red's story, just kind of come together. Because when Jessica left her boyfriend, people thought she was going back to Mama Red, and I understand where Jessica is coming from, and what Mama Red did to her was so wrong. Like, why would you make a child work and don't have any form of trust fund made aside for her so that when she turns an adult, she has something to fall back on? And I understand how, especially being an adopted child, Jessica, she's going to feel some type of way, like she's just being used over and over again because there's no plans for her, there's no security for her in this job slash family she is. I get it. Like, I get how that is going to feel because now at 19, she's already grown. When she left the house, she's already grown. She's already able to add 1 plus 1, understand money and how money moves and how much they should be making from the type of content they make. She put in the work. Like, I went back to look like some of their old skits, and Jessica put in the work as well as Mama Red. But for Mama Red to keep majority of the money and just give her nipping there, that was not fair at all. And then she talking about how Mama Red made her to do 9 to 5. I felt like Mama Red might have good intentions about that because I feel like that's something someone like my mom would do. Like, she just wants to make you have the value because a lot of time, especially younger generation, don't really know that value of working 9 to 5 and all that. So I just feel like maybe that was just another way. But for Mama Red to step on Jessica money, to keep her money and not open a bank account or trust fund for her, for me that's just shady. This is a child that started working and start bringing money into your house. So yes, you took her in, you adopted her. I get that, but you should have just done something secure for her. And even just knowing that you're adopted and all that, I feel like so much love has to be poured, like from both sides, for you to feel safe, and especially Mama Red telling her not to call her mom. Definitely that's just going to make her realize and say, you know, I really don't have anybody on my side. I think I have to leave this place. I know that she didn't feel secure there, and I guess sometimes it comes with being a teenager, like you just feel like you know it all and all that, and you just want to do things your way. But also, when you adopt a child, that child is your child. I just say that I feel like when you take that responsibility to adopt a child, it's almost like you taking that responsibility of betting a child, and so you should treat that child as your child. So I like to know what you guys think about this amazing conversation down in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. As always, here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thoughts. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go ahead and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.